So after servicing 3 parts, then Guru Maharaj gave me indication that now you can start forever. Up till now nothing has been done. So let me try at least. It is better late than never.
He said that he would like to go to America. I was surprised. I said, Swamiji, don't go there. You are too old to go and it will be too cold for you.
I said, are you crazy? The old man, you are going to die. Who will look after you? What will you do then?
Still he insisted. So I said, all right. So I made arrangement for him to go by Jaladuta.
So we're talking with Swami A.C. Bhaktivedanta.
Hello, Swamiji?
Yes.
What is the perfection of this life?
The perfection of this life is to understand oneself. But this is the beginning. Why I am suffering? If there is any solution of this suffering,
So, know yourself.
yes,
Know yourself.
yes.
You know the Hare Krishna chant? No, go ahead. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
We were getting a lot of publicity. Alan Coleman came, wanted to make the record. There was a station, WBAI, alternative radio, the top show for interesting talk and alternative music. And one night he played the record non-stop from 10 o'clock at night to 6 in the morning.
Part of the radicalness of Prabhupada's mission was really upsetting the social apple cart by sending students into the streets to chant and dance. That's not considered normal behavior. And yet, it's gripping. You can't remain indifferent.
We used to make these leaflets called Stay High Forever. People really got a kick out of those. People would look at that and say, wow, he is high. He's so high, he's trying to keep himself down just from the mantra.
More and more, these young Americans, they came to me. Then I registered this Krishna Consciousness Society in 1966.
If you can think about what you might call chutzpah, this was incredible. Incorporating an international society when you're living out of a storefront and you have no resources whatsoever. They didn't have any idea what he was doing, and he assured them, well, this is what we're going to be.
And he would turn the globe, and he was studying all the countries of the world. And sometimes he would say, Brahmananda, you shall go to Russia. Gaurasunder, you go to Japan. And his plan was to send people all over the world. But you have to realize we only had about 12 teenagers.
So he was looking into the eyes of each one of us, saying, I want each one of you to open a temple somewhere. And at that time, I was so young and so impetuous. And I was only 16 years old. And I just said, even the girls? Prabhupada looked at me and he said, there is no difference between the boys and the girls. When you are teaching Krishna consciousness, there is no difference.
When I was leaving for the West Coast, I was walking out the door, Prabhupada said, just while you're in the West Coast, try to start a center. And somehow that simple phrase rang in my mind over and over again.
A car pulled in, and it was Michael and Jan. They had just driven out from New York. And the reason they came was to tell us about this Swami they had met.
They thought I was pretty cool because of the way I was after I had met the Swami and I had taken initiation. So they got enthusiastic and decided to help found a temple in the San Francisco area because they were involved with Ken Kesey and the movement that he espoused.
San Francisco in those days was the epicenter of the cultural breakthrough that we call the hippie movement now. And in this small neighborhood, suddenly there were over 100,000 young people.
One of the wonderful aspects of the hippies was they were searching, they were seekers. They actually wanted something better than what was being presented to them.
The Avalon Ballroom was an old-time dance venue, and every weekend they would hold rock and roll dances there.
The rock dances were phenomenal. They were inexpensive, great performers, and we all knew each other.
We had no money to find a place, an establishment for the Swami. If the Grateful Dead would agree to do a charity concert with us, then we could raise the money.
We were able to actually get these great bands together to donate for free.
So we sent tickets to the Swami to come from New York. The Swami comes down, Ralph the dog is running around. Immediately we see this person. He is so different than anybody we've ever seen. He wasn't an old man to us. He seemed so fresh and young and youthful.
It became a very big event. It was called the Montreux Rock Dance, and Timothy Leary came.
And with Allen Ginsberg there to introduce him, it was the perfect setup.
We were afraid the Hells Angels were going to trash us, so we made them our security.
The main thing of the evening was Prabhupada speaking, and he spoke before this huge gathering. And even though it was a Sunday night, the place was packed with people.
Hare Krsna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. If we chant this vibration of transcendental sound with devotion and with attention, that is the highest type of meditation and yoga.
And then all the bands came on stage and started out spontaneous kirtan. It was like electricity through this hall. Everyone felt it. I could see that he really liked it. He loved it. He was into it. He saw that small speck of seeking in everyone in that room and made it very big.